What's up, everybody? Today I am sitting in a 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz Limited, and you can tell it's a Limited because I've got my dual 10.25-inch screens, and we're going to talk about the highway driving assist and the navigation-based smart cruise control. What are these items? Well, the smart cruise control with the lane keeping assist and the lane following assist is available on a lot of different Hyundai products. I've made a video about that before, and I'll put a link to it in the description. But very briefly, the Smart Cruise is able to maintain a distance between you and the car in front of you up to a preset speed. If you have the stop and go functionality, it can bring the vehicle to a complete stop and then start it moving again after it's been stopped for 3 seconds. And the lane keeping and the lane following help kind of control the steering to keep the car in the middle of the lane. But none of this is self-driving. You still need to have your hands on the steering wheel and pay attention to the road. Now, when you add the highway driving assist and the navigation-based smart cruise functionality, obviously you have to have the navigation system to do this, and what it does is on certain highways or what they call controlled access roads. Basically, it has to be a road with no stoplights, no stop signs, only on-ramps and off-ramps for uninterrupted flows of traffic. And those roads have to be programmed into the navigation system. Like, the navigation system has to know that that's what that road is and what the speed limit is on that road. Then you can activate the highway driving assist and the navigation-based smart cruise. And what they actually do is you set the smart cruise to the speed limit on the road that you're on. And then if it knows that the speed limit changed, like you go into a section with a slower speed limit, it will automatically lower or potentially raise the speed that the smart cruise is set to based on the speed limit on the current road. Now, there is a caveat there. Like, let's say they're doing road construction, it's a temporary thing, and so the speed limit drops to 30, whatever, because you have a construction crew present. If that's not programmed into the nav, it won't know about it. So keep your eyes open for that. Another thing that it can do is if it senses a curve coming up that is a tight curve that needs to be slowed down for, it will automatically slow the vehicle down to take that curve. That is the highway auto curve slowdown. And then the highway driving assistant will start the car moving again in a stop and go traffic situation up to 30 seconds from when it brought it to a complete stop. If you're just using the regular smart cruise with the stop and go, it only will do it after about 3 seconds. And either way, if the car doesn't get moving again on its own, you either have to use this toggle switch on the steering wheel or hit the gas pedal to get it moving again. But with the highway driving assistant, it's going to do more of that stuff on its own for the stop and go traffic. And to make sure that all this is going to work, go into your setup in the car, go into vehicle, go into driving convenience right there, and make sure that those two settings are on. Highway driving assist and highway auto speed change both need to be on for the highway driving assist and the navigation based smart cruise to actually do something. So I've been playing with this, I've been working with this, and I've gotten the system to succeed and I've gotten it to fail. So I am going to show you examples of both right now and examples of it in real time. So here we go. All right, so I'm gonna try to get this thing working. We're on the road. As you can see, it knows that the speed limit is 65. So I'm going to set my speed. Now my speed is set to 61. So I'm going to crank it up to 65. There, so I got the beep. It's green, my highway driving assist and navigation-based smart cruise control is in theory engaged. So let's see how it does. We got a couple obstacles coming up and we will see what's going on. We are coming up to a freeway interchange, which is okay. I am currently at the north end of the California State Route 55, headed northbound, and I'm about to merge onto State Route 91, heading east. So these are not major interstates, but they are major freeways for down here in the Orange County area, and you can see it's a genuine freeway. So we are coming up to the interchange right now. Now, one thing, it's probably going to drop the auto here, and let's see if it does it, because I apologize for the shakiness. I'm just trying not to lean my wrist on the button to mess anything up. I'm still in automatic. I'm actually going through the interchange right now, and it stayed in auto the whole time. That's interesting. So it says that on a freeway interchange, it may temporarily disable the highway driving assistant and the navigation-based smart cruise control. I think the reason why it does that maybe is because if you go through like a 4-level stack interchange, you may be underneath an overpass and lose some GPS signal. That one, it wasn't really an issue. We were only briefly under the underpass, so it stayed auto. It sounds kind of scary if you say like, oh, well, you know, the navigation-based smart cruise control is going to disable itself. It's not that big of a deal, because when you have it on, you still have the regular smart cruise control, and if you have the lane keep assist and the lane follow assist, which you have to have active for the navigation-based smart cruise control, then, you know, it's not like it just all of a sudden cuts out and leaves you completely on your own. You still have those other systems doing their thing to keep you in your lane and a reasonable distance from the car in front of you. Of course, it's always your responsibility to drive the car, pay attention, all that stuff, as I am doing now. But what I want to see, and I was playing with this earlier today, is somewhere coming up here, the speed limit changes from 65 to 55, and this car didn't do anything about it. It just left me at 65 and turned the auto off. So I'm just going to kind of hold the camera here and wait until that spot comes, and I'm going to edit this so it's not the most boring video that I've ever uploaded to YouTube. There was the change right there. The speed limit dropped to 55, and it's still set to 65, and it still thinks it's in auto mode. And I am behind a truck that's going, look at, I'm going 60. But it still thinks it's set to auto. The auto is still lit up green. The speed limit is 55, but I'm doing 60. The truck is getting out of my way. I'm up to 65. See, this highway driving assistant, and look at, I like Hyundais a lot, so I'm not trying to be a hater here. I've really been impressed with this Santa Cruz. I drove a Tucson recently, a new Tucson plug-in hybrid that was very nice. I'm not hating on Hyundais, I like them. I just don't understand what this system is supposed to, I mean, I understand what it's supposed to do, but I don't understand why it doesn't work. And why it's like, look at that, auto, green, 65, speed limit, 55. I'm drifting out of my lane because I'm getting crazy. So anyway, I don't know what to tell you. I guess I can maybe try to get stuck in traffic tomorrow. We'll see, because supposedly something the highway driving assistant does is if you're in heavy stop and go traffic, it'll get the car moving again after 30 seconds instead of 3 if you're stopped. But anyway, that's the highway driving assistant, and the navigation smart cruise control kind of doing me a fail here. All right, here we go. Back at it. I'm literally trying to get caught in traffic to see if this highway driving assistant does anything. So we are going to set the cruise. Now I gotta bump my speeds up to 55. Okay, I gotta cut in right here because I noticed this while I was editing. Pay close attention to the screen. I missed this while I was driving, but you'll see that the highway driving assist and the navigation-based smart cruise actually does automatically update the speed that the smart cruise control is set to match the speed on the highway. So watch this. Oh, 65. Bing! All right. Highway driving assistant is allegedly engaged. We are allegedly coming to a stop. So what we have to do now is wait until we can come to a complete stop and see if it'll start me moving in the key 4 to 30 second window where the standard smart cruise control wouldn't. All right. Yep. All right. So let me see if this is repeatable. Although this thing is about to have a conniption. No, it's getting it. It's getting it. Highway driving assistant, baby. All right, so we are gonna see if this is repeatable because I actually did get it to change speed limits earlier when I was filming, and I was so excited that I just have to take another pass at it. Also, I wasn't happy with the footage that I took. So, I am currently at the south end of California State Route 55. As you can see, my highway driving assistant is fully engaged, green across the board. We got auto, we have the smart cruise control set to the correct speed limit, and we're experiencing a little bit of stop and go here, which is fine. One thing that I have read on the forums is that the highway driving assistant will have the car move forward on its own accord after being stopped for more than 3 seconds but less than 30. In the experience that I just had recently, that was not correct, but I'm gonna keep filming and see if I can catch that this time. If you're not familiar with it, the normal smart cruise control deal on the Hyundais is if the car brings itself to a complete stop and it's only stopped for less than 3 seconds, it'll start moving forward again on its own. If it's longer than 3 seconds, then you have to intervene either by hitting resume on the little toggle switch on the steering wheel or hitting the gas pedal. Okay, we're stopped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, and we're moving. I didn't have to do anything. Highway driving assistant is doing its deal this morning. I am so proud of myself and this car. Oh, wow. Uh-oh, somebody's cutting me off. Somebody in an Infinity. They don't have any self-respect, those people, or they would have bought a BMW. Now, let's see if it'll change speed limits on me again. Oh, here it comes. I see the sign. There's the sign. 40. What a piece of... Hey, there it goes! Look at that! It did it! That's an automatic speed limit change right there, just as I was about to say something derogatory about this car. So, this thing does work. It just sort of works on its own schedule. And it was on strike last night and yesterday on the 91 freeway. I tried it twice and it wouldn't change speed limits, but this is the second time in a row that it's done it here. I don't know if that's a mapping thing, but it doesn't seem like it would be, because both times the highway driving assistant had itself engaged. It just disengaged because this freeway ends right here, so that was normal. So anyway, the Hyundai highway driving assistant and GPS navigation based cruise control is a strange, finicky system, but quite frankly, in my opinion, it's also somewhat superfluous. If you get one of these with the Smart Cruise Control, with the stop and go feature and the lane keeping assist and the lane following assist, that's more than enough. I don't think that if you're looking at upgrading into a higher level Hyundai just for the highway driving assistant and the navigation-based cruise control, I would say that that's definitely not worth it. But if you get it with the other features that the Limited comes with, because, you know, when you get to those high levels, they come with a bunch of other stuff, whatever, it's not a big deal. It's just something that's thrown in there. But that's how it works. That's when it works. And yeah, so there you go. I got it to work, kind of. It's on its own speed, baby. Thanks so much for watching. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel. Drive safely out there. And remember, driving assistants are no replacement for vigilance on the road.